9,
jeez.
8,
I mean, I've been
7,
scammed before.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, going live.
And it was Hidden Fates as well. So.
Oh.
Hello, YouTube. Welcome to the newest episode of Creators Live. Oh my God, we are back with the regulars, and we're back with Goat Breakers, who hasn't been on in over a month. I feel like.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm here.
Hey, we're glad to have you. I'm glad to be back with the original gang. I like this. You know, I like to have new people, but it's good to bring it back to the people I trust the most.
Called OGs.
Yes,
sure about
OGs,
that?
the regs. I like to call you guys the regs. What are you doing,
He just
Tim?
green screened himself.
Why?
He turned into what's that? Flubber.
He wants to
turned into
stand out, I
Flubber.
guess. All
Did
the
I do
attention's
something?
You're green.
Oh, what?
Your whole screen's green.
You're like chroma keyed green.
Yes.
All right. Hold on.
Like real green, not just
Whoa! It just showed up on YouTube. I'm fine on everything else. Go ahead and keep going, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
That's jokes.
GPA, what's that background behind you?
It's like a secret, not really secret, but it's like a project I'm working on. It's gonna be like a new account where it's gonna be centered around like Pokemon audios. So it's like either you want an audio from the video game, like a specific battle, or like a trainer battle, or something like that, or a city or a route, anything like that. It'll be on there. It's gonna be starting up soon. Yeah, on TikTok for people to use. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, you have a one song that you do. I don't know what the name of the song is, but it's you see me use it a lot. It's like
it's from the anime. It's like I think it's like they call it the opening theme. It's like the second part of it. But yeah, so like all that kind of audio stuff, I'm gonna center it to that one account, which is like this is like the logo.
Good. We need more Pokemon music, because when I search up Pokemon like in the audio tab, I don't get too much, and it's like people like bad karaoke to the original song.
Yeah, exactly. So like I'm gonna just literally take from like wherever and just put it onto TikTok, because I mean like everyone uses everything at this point, so why not just have one central place to just get all the audio you can ever find.
I like that. You're providing something that's not there. This is a smart guy. You're a businessman.
Am I?
Is it just gonna be music, or is it like like audio bits of
like,
characters?
Yeah, so like if you want like a sound effect or like particular like clips of different things from anywhere at all, like TCG, anime, video games, whatever, the show, anything like that, or a commercial, like I'll find it as best as I can, get the best quality, and then put it on TikTok. So
that's awesome.
Even Pokemon Go, I forgot about that. Yeah.
For Risen.
Yeah, for Risen to use, because I'm tired of him just saying this stuff. I want to hear music while he's saying this stuff.
Banter. You want to talk about the purchase you made? Well, first of all, you're back in college, right? You traveled you traveled to Maine.
Yeah, I traveled back to.
And before you went to Maine, before you drove your car to Maine, you thought ahead. You planned something out. You want to talk about this plan of yours?
So basically, I planned on the hidden. Are you talking about Hidden Face ATV, right?
Yeah. And how'd you find out about? How'd you find out about the store? Where'd you get this information?
Do I want to reveal all that?
Well, you don't need to name. You don't need to name the store.
No, it's all right. So basically, if you live in the New England area, basically top right of the United States, where everything started, like there's a store that's called Bull Moose.
Where everything started.
Yeah, literally where everything started.
The beginning of Pokemon, actually.
Where the beginning of life started.
For me, at least. No, not in Maine. Connecticut.
It's where the Quakers landed and the revolution started.
With Plymouth Rock. No, I don't even know.
Exactly.
But yeah, so basically there's a store called Bomos. If you go there, it's more like a collectible store. It's like they have records, they have CDs, they have books, they have like posters, figurines, all this different kind of stuff. And one of the things they have there is trading cards. So they have Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and other ones out there. So for some reason, they had Hidden Fates ETV pre-orders starting on December 16th. And I didn't know about it until like the first week of January, maybe like a couple days after New Year's. And so I called them. I asked for them to write down my name just in case if they get any extra ones. And they called me the next day and they said, "Hey, we have one for you." And I asked them what the price was, and they said it's let me look at it, $48.97.
Oh my gosh.
So
Can you show it?
oh
Can
yeah,
you show
it's up
this
there.
holy grail?
I'm like
Nice.
so surprised I still have it in my hands. Like, here it is. Oh, let me cover that real quick.
Look at that.
Nice.
With the price
Wow.
tag.
Yeah, it has my
Sick.
name on it, so that's what I'm
That's
covering
so
right now.
cool, man.
But yeah, so there you go. That's it right there.
It's awesome.
Sealed. Yeah, so it's kind of crazy how I have one. And then when I started, I kept hearing about Hidden Fates and particularly this Elite Trainer box and how it's like, I would title it like the modern holy grail of Pokemon. Like, if anyone has it, like, it's particularly like a staple within
As
the
of right now,
modern
yeah, that's all I'm
like
hearing.
community. So I think it's
I
pretty
went
cool.
yesterday to my local card shop looking for a Hidden Face ETB late. I'm way late.
Mhm.
They had one left, and I'm like, how much? Like $180.
Oh my.
Okay.
Yeah,
You just
that's
keep
crazy.
it right there on the shelf.
I know I have it up there on top of my cabinet, so we're gonna keep it sealed for
But
a very
someone's
long
gonna
time.
buy it, and from what I hear, it's just gonna, even at 180, it's a good deal, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially if it does hit 300 a year from now, or what people are predicting,
Yeah.
and down the road, if it is the holy grail, like the prize modern set, like who knows what it's gonna end up
Yeah.
at.
Wait.
Yeah, me and Goat, we got
Yeah.
some. We got two
Yep.
a piece from people for about 150.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That
Two
was, yeah.
apiece. Damn.
Yeah,
I guess
and
I got
then
really lucky on that one then.
I picked
I-
up
GPA.
one. I went to my card shop, so I started communicating with my card shop, which I should have done a long time ago. They're people that I used to play Magic with for years. I used to go there every week and draft, and so there's good people I know, and so I started communicating with them, and they had an ETB as well, and so I picked that up this last weekend. But mine was 100. Which was still a
That's still
killer
pretty
price.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, killer price.
Yeah.
But it was crazy that they still had it. I was like super shocked. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't found anything locally anywhere. It's all been online, or anybody in the Discord group or anything like that, being like, here's links and everything.
Yeah.
I've never seen one in a store locally anywhere, not in a local card shop, not even overpriced or anything. So that's been crazy.
Internet world, I'm looking for one. Reach out to me.
Yeah, for how much though? You found one for 180.
Yeah, I was gonna say you technically
So,
found one.
But he didn't want to get
what are
it.
you trying to get it for?
Does anyone want to be on the show?
Yeah, right.
Discount.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's so funny.
Manny,
The-
I'll give you mine if you give me that entire thing behind you right there.
Oh yeah,
watch out. That's fake behind him. So
That's fake.
okay.
It's a proxy.
Oh, nice.
oh, you shouldn't. Yeah, don't tell him that.
Wait, really? Are they
See,
legit?
It's just a poster. They're not even cards.
Oh, well, that's.
I'm
a
kidding.
bummer.
No, they're
Oh.
cards.
It's real.
Oh,
It's
okay.
real. It's real.
Oh,
You should just get a proxy. Get like a scan of it or whatever. And then, oh, look at your little Bulbasaur, dude. Well, I
It's
don't
not
know.
Bulbasaur.
Oh, I thought I saw. I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
It's the substitute.
yeah.
The only thing
Anyways.
GPA has is a substitute.
So the only
I have other things, but
the things that before I turned green, I don't know what happened there a minute ago, but I'm sure I'm good now. Oh, Gengar. I don't have anything around me, guys.
I know. I got nothing. I
Oh, wait,
need a
I lied.
plushie.
where's Whelm when you need him?
Oh, yeah,
shiny.
you got the Pikachu.
There you go.
Yeah, I have the Magikarp and the Jigglypuff over there. I love those, like, they're pseudo shinies, I don't know. They're not
Oh,
real
right.
shiny. They're not like the real shinies. but
What the?
I have a
Where am I?
highlighter.
oh, my.
So I didn't know if I missed anything or if I'm going to repeat anything. So just tell me. But like, I don't know what other crazy finds you guys have had. But I was going to share. I don't know who's in there. I was going to share about my Pikachu story because
Yeah,
of
go
just the
ahead.
way everything has been crazy. Because I know you've seen a video and the people who are watching might have seen it. But it
Wait,
was
one moment. Hold on, go. Before we're gonna get to that, I
Yeah.
just want to finish up the Hidden Fates though. I'm just
yeah,
now-
do it, dude.
I'm just now wrapping my brain around what it is, and that it being, if you're buying it at 100, 150, that's actually a good deal. Before, like in the Discord that we were in with a bunch of other card dudes, I'm like questioning people. I'm like, you're paying, like, because currently it's a $50 ETB, like that. If it's supposed to be $50,
If you get it like me,
MSRP.
MSRP is supposed to be $50, and I was trying to wrap my brain around, like, why are people like so quick to pay 150 for it? And I'm just starting to accept it, because before, remember, like back in August and whatever, when all the scalper videos were coming out, and we're telling the kids and everyone, don't buy from scalpers, they're doubling the price, don't buy from them. And now we're telling people, yeah, $100 is a good price. This triple the price of this it's a good deal, man.
Yeah.
And I was trying to understand that, but do you guys want to explain why that is a good deal, Risen?
Yeah, for sure. So this product has already been on the market, and we didn't think it was going to get a reprint, and so this went up to, I think, $400.
And it came
for this
out
product,
what year?
sealed. 2019.
19.
Is it 19? Okay.
Yeah.
So we already thought this product wasn't going to get a reprint, because it's a holiday set. Holiday sets generally don't get reprints. It's a set that everybody really likes opening. Has really good cards. The promo inside of it is really a cool promo. It's a unique art style that they haven't done before, of the legendary birds. So everything is perfect for this thing to skyrocket. And so you get 10 booster packs inside of there and some other stuff. So yeah, at 150, this is a good buy, because it already was up to $300, $400. In my opinion, as a long-term hold,
right?
Talking year, 2 years, 3 years down the road, I think this is an easy purchase and hold for me personally.
Right. And it's super crazy because, like, I remember seeing those original, because what was it before? What was it before the reprint? Were they 300?
I think they were four.
Like 300,
Were they
400.
four?
Yeah, it was
I think
really
they were like
expensive
350, 400. I don't know the exact price, but it was somewhere in between 300.
So to me, not have ever seeing them, I've always been like, when I saw them at 150, I'm like, that's a heck of a deal in terms of the way it's been. The way it's been for sale and everything. I've never seen them in store or anything like that. I've always been able to find those tins. Like I've found the little in the boxes, but I've never seen the ETBs. It's always been been crazy. But the at the 150 price, I remember, because I did the same thing with Shining Legends, which, I mean, that's a whole different conversation. But there was a time where I went to Walmart or Target. They had a whole case, like 10 of them just sitting there. And I was like, oh, I was going to buy them. And I grabbed 7 of them to put in a box or put in my cart. And it was like, I don't know if I need to spend that much money. And it was like, they were $50 a piece. But now that's like a $300 product now, because nobody can find them. So it was a thing where me personally, and you and I have had some discussion about that, where I'm like, it's hard. You got to kind of bite the bullet, where I'm thinking, let's go ahead and try it out and see if that's worth that 150. And the worst case is I open it, and there's 47 Charizards in it or something.
Wow, that's the worst case, where it will
yeah. But
it's crazy how much this box means to like a lot of people, and to have one like at retail is absolutely insane. Like I never thought about it, but it's crazy.
I've never seen one for retail. I never saw one in the stores. I've seen every other Hidden Fates product. The original print of the product. So like the 10s. And then I have the premium Ultra Ball collection with Rayquaza, and then the Rayquaza figure. So I have that sealed. I kept that sealed. Cool. That is a crazy product. You can tell there that like that's already pushing over 800. It's like 900 almost.
The one with the figure in it?
Yeah.
The big one.
The big one. Yeah. Yep. And then you have the smaller ones that don't have a figure, but they have the ball. I have that one, the Ultra Ball one. sealed still, and so like that those products are already, I think that one's like 300, maybe 400. Yeah, so it's just gonna keep going up, so it's a long hold for me
Sure.
on that product for sure.
What's the I think like GPA's story about the hidden fates. That's why I mentioned that Pikachu. But like, Ryan? What's your like crazy? Have you ever found a crazy like I can't believe I got this for so cheap type of story, or like the best find you found? I'm just curious. I don't know that.
Yeah, mine would be the Hidden Fates, the premium collection. I found it in Target
Oh shoot.
on the shelves, and it was
Jeez.
it was discounted as well.
No way.
So it wasn't
Oh.
the normal. I think originally it came out for 99.
Uh-huh.
Correct me if I'm
The
wrong.
Rayquaza one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
$100.
think it was 99. And so I got it discounted. I believe I paid 79 in
Oh my
Target
gosh.
because no one was buying them because they were literally multiple of them there. I could have
Nice.
bought, I think there was like 3 of them. But I just bought one of them. And then I found the next week, I then found 2, the Great Ball and the Ultra Ball collection. So like I had the whole set. I opened the Great Ball one, but then kept the other 2 sealed, luckily. But yeah, that
That's
was my big one.
crazy.
I was like taking pictures. I was like at that time I wasn't on TikTok, or I had a video there, but I was on Instagram, and so I was like taking pictures and posting it. Like, oh my goodness, this is crazy, because I literally hadn't seen Hidden Fates product at all. So it was crazy. It was fun.
I can't. That's really funny, and it's funny because like we never really, at that time still we weren't in this insanity that we're in. I've never.
Nope.
never
No, I was buying them to open them. I just happened to like get busy with life and stuff and just never opened it for long enough that I was like, oh, I shouldn't open this.
Yeah, I never
See,
found that.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say something regarding like Ryan's like entire like Hidden Fates finds and everything. It's funny because like during the time I literally started off with Sword and Shield base set, and I never knew anything about Hidden Fates. And so when I heard about it, I was like, wow, that looks really cool. But like I was asking everyone around, like, do you have Hidden Fates? Do you have Hidden Fates? And they said no, no, no. And then the pandemic hit, lockdown started that like third week of March or second week. And so then I wasn't able to go to any of the stores until like around May time. And then I called them for like, because they were doing like in-store pickup, like mostly
Right.
GameStop and stuff. And I asked them like, hey, do you have any Hidden Fates? They were like, oh, we already sold those like a month ago when we started doing in-store pickup, like, because everyone was like going after that. And then I had like maybe like one of the Rayquaza boxes like in one GameStop. And then they said, oh, we sent that off to a different store, and then they sold it. Because I don't know why they do that, but it was just so like hard to come by. And then like actually speaking, my first viral video on TikTok was me finding a Hidden Fates tin at GameStop for retail. So I was like, wow, this is so exciting. And I was like, what should I do with it? So I
That's
filmed
sick.
it, and there you go. And that's how it
awesome.
all started. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I had I was on TikTok back then, because it was a very crazy like couple weeks. So I found the premium collection. Then the next week at Target, I found the Great Ball and the Ultra Ball. So then that following week, I found, in, I guess maybe this is the biggest, well, it's not worth as much, but it was just random. I went to a GameStop, and at the top, because I don't know how yours is, but mine has like random stuff at the very top.
They've got like that top
I was
shelf,
like, what is that up there? And it was a premium collection from the year before, the Dragon Majesty premium collection. So I have a sealed Dragon Majesty with I think it's a Dragonite figure, in the middle, and that's pretty cool. Like I said, it's not worth as much as the Hidden Fates one, but just finding that random, and that was on sale. I got that that was originally, I think, a 99 or a $79 product.
I didn't know you were packing
got it
heat
for
like this, man.
Yeah, dude.
59.
He's like, I don't have any crazy stories, but here's 27 of them.
I forgot about those until you asked. I was like,
I didn't know you had
oh,
cards
man.
like that. That's cool.
Yeah, I found those.
Definitely.
I found those Ultra Ball and Great Ball ones at Target. They had there was a time, I think it was after all the lockdown happened, when we were able to kind of start getting out and doing stuff and going into stores again. And I don't know if I hit it just in the midst of that, but it was like they had a buy one get one half off deal at Target, and the Ultra Ball and the Great Ball were just in the toy aisle behind a box, like behind some other, like I don't know, somebody hit it or that's just where it had been. But I was like, oh, the Ultra Ball. I was like, this is awesome. And then right next, when I pulled it out, the Great Ball one was there, and I was like, what? So I think they're 50 retail,
cool.
right?
Yeah. I think they're like 49. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got paid. I got one for retail and then one for half off. So
that's cool. That's way late to find them too. So like when I found them, this was like December 2019.
Yeah, dude. This was in the middle of all the craziness. Like I
That's
knew
crazy.
Like, yeah, I wish I like had, I wasn't like in full on TikTok mode at that time. I was like, let's open packs, and like, I wasn't like processing everything the way to do this. And so I was like, oh, this is awesome. And so I just brought it home. And then
you didn't write off everything.
Yeah, because you didn't open it, right?
No. Yeah. Those are not opened at all.
Yeah.
I got that, and then I got the last Shining Legends Ultra Premium Collection from the Pokemon Center. Wow. And so I got it from them. I have the whole box. I still have my receipt in March when I bought it. It was just, it was
cool.
Funny.
What would you say your success rate is with opening Hidden Fates? Because I was opening up a bunch when, back in September when like I was getting one of my followers. I was buying the tins from one of my followers who lives in Tennessee, and I was having them ship them to me because I can't find anything in South Florida. So I was just paying him, and I must have got like 20 tins from him. And man, the pull rate was I got some good stuff. The best cards I did get from all those tins was I got a shiny Lucario, and then I got the full art Cynthia. Other than that, I specifically got them because I got back into the Pokemon card hobby back in August. And then I was hearing about Hidden Fates. I got it just to get that Charizard because that's my boy. I wanted that Charizard. Get all these tins. All right, I must get a Charizard from all these tins, right? And nothing. It was just so disappointing. Yeah. Go ahead, show it, GPA.
I think GPA has something to show.
Yeah, I have one. You want it?
Yes, I do.
No, it's not for sale.
So my pull rate overall, though, has been like, this is just a handful of things. I've gotten stuff, but I've not pulled a Charizard. Like I've gotten a lot of these shiny vault cards from it and everything. And I just
I don't need to open this if I have this.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's no point.
I had those because I was getting things ready for grading, so I wasn't like prepared. I was like,
all mine's out to grade. I honestly didn't open a lot of it. I have bought a lot of the singles though, so I bought 10 plus. I think it was 10 of the Rayquaza, the shiny Rayquaza.
Oh yeah, you told it. Yeah.
Ooh, that's crazy.
So I have those getting graded.
Oh, Manny, my success rate.
Oh my gosh.
Right. All right. So hear me out. Right. So
I'm listening.
I went to the local card shop in a mall, and they had 2 Hidden Fates tins. Right. They were $19.99 each. So I bought them. I went home. I hit 200 followers on Instagram, and I was like, okay,
200,000.
I know, right? I had 200 followers on Instagram. I was like, okay, we're gonna go live. We're gonna open something, and this was my second ever Hidden Fates tin opening. The first one, I think I only got a shiny Rowlet baby, and then the second one, I opened it, and on the last pack with the Charizard art, it was Charizard Shiny GX, and that was my first ever Shiny GX on my second tin ever of opening Hidden Fates. And your face
out of here.
Have you ever opened anything since from Hidden Fates?
Yeah, I've opened a lot, but the thing is, I've been looking for those gold cards. Like I need 4 more, so I thought I could pull them and also just pull any other shiny Pokemon, but. Now, like, I'm done with Hidden Fates, and the same thing with Shining Fates. Like, if I get the shiny Gigantamax Charizard, then that's great, but I'm really looking for the Eternatus gold cards. And so anything that I don't like, if anything, if it's not appealing to me, then I'm just keeping it sealed, whatever.
Right.
You're saying you'd rather those gold cards than the Charizard from that set?
Oh, well, I mean, like, the Charizard would fill the binder, but I would like to have those gold cards for my gold binder, so... It's like if I get it, like nice, but if I get the gold cards, great, you know.
Right.
How value wise, are those gold cards that rare? Right. It doesn't even come close to the
It's like
Charizard, right?
They're
well,
rare, but they're not
they're not like
expensive right now.
valuable.
Right
There's
now, they're not.
probably there will I will assume.
Well, if you get
there-
a Black Label 10, then yeah,
Oh,
very valuable. 'cause
everything's a
that
Black
would
Label
look,
10.
yeah, but like that would look super sick, like
Oh,
Black
heck
Label
yeah.
with a
Heck
black
yeah.
and gold card, like. But I mean, like
Yeah, I would assume
comparing.
though a full set though, right?
No, yeah,
would be
like because there's
pretty
only
cool.
if you think about like the odds, there's only one of those and then two of the gold cards. So I mean, more of the Charizard is gonna be more like valuable anyways. And besides, it's Charizard, they're hashing it out, and then after their 25th anniversary, they're not gonna do any more. So yeah,
Any more what?
well, they're not gonna push Charizard all the time. Like you can see in battle styles already, people are like, oh, there's no Charizard. All right,
Right. But those are like
That's
the
it,
normies. But that's a really good like I mean, I don't that's a really good like segue too into those things of like people who are just buying it to flip.
because there's a
or-
Charizard.
yeah, they don't know like there's so many uneducated people into it that just buy them up and everything and are like why do I need to buy Vivid Voltage? Well, it's because there's a Pikachu. They don't understand the whole thing. It was even
Yeah.
like I did this video with my daughter, which and again she was like going crazy with the cards like we
Mhm.
all know, but like everybody's like freaking out in the comments and I had no clue. I was like what everybody's like, oh, it's like a PSA 1 now or whatever because she like grabbed the card and I was like obviously I wasn't like mad or something, but I was more confused that everybody I was like, you guys know this is a child that doesn't understand like that thing of a card the value of those cards. And then people were like, I hate like literally comments of people
Yeah.
saying I hate that kids are opening these. And I was like who
It's
is this
made for kids.
like who is this for?
It says
And
ages 6 and up.
yeah, it was
Funny.
just fascinating to me.
I hate that kids are open.
Literal comments. You can go into the video, and I'm not calling anybody out at all, but there's
was
very
me.
specific comments that said, I hate, I'm sorry, wasn't trying to be rude, but I hate
Yeah,
that
I saw
kids
that,
are
yes.
opening these. And I was blown away.
I get
So,
comments like I'm
that's
29
so
and I get
weird.
comments like that because I don't do things that are right. Like I like the binders. Like you're not supposed to put more than one card in the pocket. And I'll throw like
You
10
do
in there.
that?
I'll throw like
Oh.
10 in there.
Why do you do that?
And then I just like
Wow.
jam them in there. Like get in there.
We hate people that do that.
Well,
I understand.
I do that for the trade binder because trying to
Uh,
keep it all in one place.
Yeah.
but
The
I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like with your video, like Tim, it's more like it's for like the enjoyment of opening a pack. It's like
Yeah.
the mystery behind it. Like, oh, what are you gonna get? Like, and once people see that you get something good, they get jealous or they get like furious that they didn't get it. Like when they open a pack, like so it's kind of like
yeah.
it's kind of like that way as well. You have to think about like other people are just gonna be like that all
Also,
the time.
people just overreacting.
Oh,
Like,
100%. And none of that.
even like bending a card like this is not gonna like you're not gonna get not
Yeah, no.
until you like fold
Freeze
that
it,
thing.
right.
Are you gonna
Until you
like
bend test it. That's
get it like messed up, right? Like even if I'm gripping that card
yeah,
like pretty
that's
hard,
fine.
Yeah,
it's
but
not gonna
yeah.
really. mess
She
it
was
up.
like straight being like she was like like that with
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But how did that video do though? Tim?
wonderful. It blew up.
It
It blew up like
It,
crazy.
it was super amazing.
It was all meant to be.
100,000 plus.
It's fun though. Again, I love sharing that with my kids. I already said that to you, Manny, too. Like I love that she's able to like she's learning stuff. She's starting to learn the value of those things, and it's really fun to educate that and teach your children, that there are value in these things. You got to keep it safe and all that stuff. And I'm gonna send it off to grade, and we'll see if it comes back a 5, then maybe everybody's justified. But I don't think
even
it will.
then, who cares? Like
I don't
come
care.
on, like,
It's gonna
you
be fun.
can't-
I'm gonna
you
take it
can't do-
and keep it.
Yeah, you can't do everything in life like the ideal situation and whatever,
Nope.
especially when it comes to like children. It's like just have fun, like
Yeah.
whatever, I don't know. I'm just like people taking stuff like too seriously. Like just chill out. Like
Yeah,
it's okay.
I
Right.
agree.
It's okay. Let me open this Hidden Fate TTV. No big deal.
Go
We'll get
for
it.
it.
Yeah,
If you want
That's
to,
what-
go for
yeah,
it.
Yeah, dude, just
I don't
open it
care.
right now. It's not that
I'll
big of a
open
deal.
it right now. If we get
Oh.
20 people in this YouTube thing.
We got 11. We're very close.
That's pretty good without me advertising it. I like that.
Yeah, dude. So my Pikachu story. Can I move to that, Manny?
Yeah. So let's
What's on the docket here? We're 30 minutes in.
what does that mean?
The docket? It's
What's
like
on the list?
what's on the agenda to like talk about?
Oh, we're just gonna say the agenda on the show. I feel like that's something we would say
I
like
mean,
before the
what's
show
going
starts. Like, let's talk about it, and then
Let's do this. Like, what's up?
All right, well,
What do you want to talk about, my guy?
we were about to go into the Pikachu. What
I was
Okay.
just
Is
gonna
that on the
share-
agenda? Cool.
Yeah, you didn't get the memo?
My guy's cracked up on shiny Charizards over here.
He is.
Me?
Yeah. Anyways, so this week was crazy with the Pikachu delivery on eBay, just record-breaking sales, and
Yeah.
I was watching a bunch of YouTube videos and Instagram stories, like what the heck is like what's behind all this and why is it happening? Is the card really that rare? Do people want it that bad?
What's the consensus on that we've seen? So to me, I feel like there's a lot of pump and dump on it. Was that I don't know if I may not be as educated on it. That's a first impression on all that. I don't know if you've been researching that, Manny.
Yes, of course, yes, it's rare, and people wanted it, Pikachu promo, and there was a limited number, so automatically, yes, it's a rare card that people want. But for it to skyrocket to $10,000 out of nowhere, that's not normal.
That was for PSA graded though, right?
PSA 10 with the swirls.
How many swirls?
With the hyper swirls, yeah.
How many?
I think it's like one hyper swirl and then one regular swirl.
Oh,
so you have that one for 10,000 PSA 10, but then you have the raws going for 400, and then other graded cards just $1,000. It's just like crazy. That's out of nowhere.
That's crazy.
So yeah, so from what I was watching and listening to, it's just shield binning, people pumping it up to sell theirs.
Yeah.
Also to prep up for the delivery Charizard coming up. They can make money off of that one too. So if this Pikachu is going this crazy at this value, they're pumping it up so when they're selling that Charizard, it's gonna be crazy record breaking sales.
Yeah, I didn't even process
Essentially,
that. Yeah, that makes a lot.
But I think it's more like important for the card to have a swirl, because I've noticed like that same foil patterns on a lot of the promos nowadays, and I just checked like Grookey, Score Bunny, Sabo, like all those different promos. I think some Unified Minds, Cosmic Eclipse promos, they have those dotted foils, and those foils can have the swirls on them. And then I checked like this Sudowoodo one that I have from Unified Minds in like a one check lane blister pack. It has a hyper swirl on it, so I'm wondering like if these hyper swirls will increase value of these cards if you get them graded. Like, or do the hyper swirls do they matter more than ever before? Like that kind of thing.
It is an interesting thing.
Sure.
Why the Pokemon hobby is pumping up.
And
these
I've never
swirls.
seen like
I just saw
I've
that.
never
Like,
seen.
I just pulled this Como. There, look at that.
There it is.
There's
right
a
there.
hyper swirl.
That looks
right
like
there.
a black hole. Nice.
That's crazy.
It's cool.
Like
It was just
vortex.
right next.
It is
to
cool. I think in collecting things, and especially in when people are looking at this as an investment, you're always trying to decide what is the rarest thing, what is the most valuable thing,
Right.
And that's easy when it comes to some of the vintage stuff because we've looked at it for so long, right? So we know, okay, first edition is the rarest, right? Blah 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 blah, right?
Mhm.
And when it comes to this modern stuff, we're a little bit in no person's land.
Yeah.
It's all new. Nice, you can't see it. 'cause
Yeah.
your green screen
He
down.
chroma keyed him out.
I'm trying to show you the Grookey that has
That's
the
pretty
insane
funny.
hyper
Do it in
I
front of
know.
your face.
That's pretty funny. Oh yeah, if you do it over your body, maybe.
Give me a second. I'll just keep
Yeah,
going.
keep going, Ryan.
But yeah, so we're in this new world where modern prices are going up and beating record price stuff, right? And so you're gonna have weird stuff like this.
Yeah.
Am I here to say that like that Pikachu price is gonna always be that? I don't know that. I think you'd have to know how many of these things actually got sent out, right? Because that
would be really, really interesting.
And then how many are going to come back tens, and then how many are going to have these like swirls, right?
I keep up to date with Gengar Greasy's Instagram stories, and he's tracking the numbers because he's on this
Yeah.
Pikachu delivery, and
Yeah.
he said like in the past week, like PSA 10s are already pumping out, and the price is already starting to go down because more and more are getting graded.
Yep.
It's still like expensive, but
Yep.
so you can make
And
money
that's
off of it.
like that is the thing that happens with modern cards is if you can be the first 10 or even a 9, but particularly a 10, if you can be the first 10 on the market for a new card that's coming out, you can ask whatever you want, right? Because there's no market at that point, right? And so you can ask crazy prices and people will pay them because they want to be the first one to have it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so totally we see this with whenever new set comes out. It's totally happened with like the Chunkichu, right? The first 10 that is sold generally is more expensive than the other ones that come to follow it.
That's really good perspective. And yeah, Greasy had a whole and if anybody sees him on TikTok, like he had a whole video where he was like explaining the pump and dump, explaining shield bidding. Really good data. Data is very important to not get past like emotions, because I think a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I have this, so I have a lot of money, and you just gotta like process like what's actually going on versus
you don't have it's not worth anything until someone like pays for it, right?
Exactly.
Like I'm sitting on stuff right now. I'm like, okay, it's worth this much, but like really it's not until I sell it, you know, until I find a buyer, right?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Do you want to share your little prized possession that you got there, Tim?
Yeah, I just want to share the story because it's crazy. But again, it won't matter if that thing is, dies out in a month. I don't think it will that soon. But essentially, here's that Pikachu I have.
I mean, it will always be worth way more than what you paid for it.
Oh, way more than what I paid for it, for sure.
Yeah, good point, Risen.
The first thing is, there's swirls in it, but I can't get the angle right. But there's like half a swirl right there. There's part of it, and there's one on his foot, but it's
you
not
can
like
see that Grookey one you showed real well.
Yeah,
it's cool though.
They're like under there. Anyway, so it's not the hyper thing, but anyway, all that to say is that's in the grading pouch to go out on Monday. But basically, this was the original pouch, and you all know the story. But it was in this. I'm keeping this if something happens. But it was Wednesday, $1.99, $2. Found it in so there's a place called Vintage Stock in Missouri that they have they resell games, cards, toys, and everything like that. People go in and trade it in like GameStop. There's one near my house. I go check it out, every week or so. I walked in there, opened it up, and they had their binder. I was like, I'll go through the binder and see what happens. I went in there and I found like a vintage pincer from Legend Makers. That was really cool. So I bought that. And then I went to the next page, and this was in there in just their binder of things. And I was like, what is happening? And at that point, the card was only like selling for like $60-$70. It was just, I was like, whatever. And so then I made a video and everything, and it did pretty good. But I was just like, look at this $70 card I bought. And then like 2 weeks later, it's like all this stuff is happening. So I still have my plan to like stitch it and, do some kind of reaction to that. But I just walked in and then bought that. And I was like, this is $2. And they were like, yeah, cool, here. And I asked the people about, I was like, so I said because there was a whole bunch of other Pikachu cards. And they said some guy just went in there and like dumped his whole collection. He was like, I'm done collecting. And just gave them everything, did the whole trade in. And they had that and like a
got
McDonald's
pennies.
What? Oh, yeah.
Got pennies.
Yeah, his return was
literally
nothing.
the worst way to sell a collection. If you,
but he just literally dumped all of his cards there. There were a handful of other Pikachu cards that got sold to other people, but that was still sitting there. And I again, that was the thing. I got lucky because back when it all like launched, when they were giving the card away and everything, I feel stupid in hindsight, but I was like, I'll get it or not, whatever. If I really want it, it'll be like $5. It was just a promo. I never thought for 1 second it would be what it is. I just was like, I missed out. That's fine. Promos are promos. There's tons of promos. You open up mystery boxes and they shove it with promos that nobody wants. Like, that's what I just assumed it was going to be. Not nowhere close did I think this was going to happen the way it was, but I was very, very excited and blessed to find it just sitting there. So that was just the thing of like, those card shops could be potential gold mines at some point. Cause I've gone to one of those before and found Lost Thunder ETBs at retail. Like that was like 2 months ago.
Nice.
And it's
Amazing
just like
fine.
crazy stuff there. But
That's
yeah,
cool.
man, that Pikachu is going to be crazy. So we'll see what that grades and everything.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's on par with Ryan's Hidden Fates find at Target.
That Hidden Fates thing on clearance is bananas.
Yeah, but no one's ever gonna top my Hidden Fates find. So 2 years later at retail, actually under retail,
No cap.
Yeah,
Same.
that was the wrong time to use that, but
I know. That's because I don't know what to do. That's old guy right here.
So another news story that was surprising to me, other than the Pikachu one, maybe even more surprising, was the Evolutions box one selling for around $1,000 now, which was very weird to me because I understand with the Logan Paul hype, it going up, and then it started going down. I have no idea.
It can go down. XY never went down.
it went down
I
bad.
think so.
But you know,
When I was trying to sell my stuff,
up and then like a hair.
it was
Do you mean
again.
the singles or do you mean the sealed box?
The box.
Yeah. So the sealed box, I don't believe it ever went down. I thought it
I
went
was selling
to
mine.
For what did it go down to?
I sold mine for $450. I couldn't get rid of it. I couldn't get rid of it at $600, but that people were saying it was going for, or $500.
Yeah, it was so I think of it in a range. Sorry, not a solid thing. And so
Sure.
it was selling from probably 400.
But didn't the Charizard, didn't the PSA graded Charizards go down too?
The singles
for a time.
Singles for sure. Yeah, singles for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
so then what was the new hype? So
that's what I'm wondering. Like, why is this happening?
So there's a couple things going on, right? So you had the Logan Paul, you just talked about that, right? So then XY jumps from like 150 to 200 to stabilized. I guess you were saying it went to, someone told you could sell it for $6. You couldn't sell it for $6, so you sold it.
They were selling at 400.
400, 450 or something. Is that what you're saying you sold it at?
Yeah, everyone. I had it at 500, and the only offers I was getting like 400, 350, and
gotcha.
I had it for a month, and
I get what you're saying. So you're trying to sell it, at 5 to 6 or something.
5 or 6, which I saw was it sold on eBay, Mercari, and then
we saw some spikes.
Yes,
I get what you're saying. Sure. Yeah, for sure. So we saw that happen, but it stabilized right at 400 to 500. Like you can see on eBay, you can see lots of sales happen at 400 to 500. But then it started to climb again in like December-ish. But so here's some things. Here's some thoughts I have on it. One. We're almost like 99%, or like 99.9% sure we're not going to get an Evolutions reprint for the 25th year anniversary, right? Is it possible? Could they totally be like, for Christmas, look what is getting
it's back
for sure. Like they totally could. Like that could be a thing. 100%, right? But we're pretty sure that's not going to happen. People thought that it might happen for the 25th anniversary. And so I think there's some worry of the reprint not happening, like going away. And so like, if you want to get it, you should get it now, right? I think that's one of the things, right? So the second one is, I think, so I've been doing some research on this. And so for Magic the Gathering, it's another trading card game if you don't know. There are sealed product, right, that is more expensive than the cards that are inside of that sealed product.
That's good.
Right? And then why? So I was looking at why. The
Good
reason is
question.
people like opening that sealed product. They enjoy the experience of opening that sealed product, even though the prices of the cards inside
Yeah.
are not worth technically what the box is worth, right? But the experience is worth it to those people. And so I think that we have a combination of things happening with XY evolution boxes. One of those things is the experience of opening that box is really fun and interesting. And it's okay if I'm not going to get 100% my value out of that product. So then we can look at why. Why is that experience interesting? So you tell me, where else can you open a product and get vintage art cards? Where else? What other product can you
Jumbo
open?
packs.
What other product, what other sealed booster box can you open and get vintage art Charizard?
Right.
The
Which
25th
one?
anniversary set in October.
Because
I'm
you
just
had
kidding.
It's crazy to me though that people want that experience so bad they'd pay $1,000 for a booster box just to open vintage artwork.
So-
That's not logical to me. For
Yeah,
that
but the
price
answer
level,
is
that price level, that
base
price range.
set 2.
Yep.
How much is a base set 2 box going for?
10,000.
Yeah, it's over 10 grand, right?
So to get the experience, I either have to pay 10,000 or I can pay, now it's at 1,000, right? I can pay 1,000. Well, most people can't pay 10,000. $1,000 is way more reasonable than 10,000, right?
Yeah.
So I think to me, that's why that product is at that price. Now, am I saying that it's going to go even higher? Am I saying it's going to be a $10,000 product? No, right? I'm not going to try to predict where that price is going to go because I do not know. We are in no person's land right now. Like we are in a territory that we have never been in with Pokemon. I do not believe that it's what people would say it's a bubble or it's shill or all that kind of stuff. I do not think it is that. I do not think it is people. I don't also think it's like a bunch of people who don't know what they're doing buying the product at that price or trying to like I said, shill bid or boost up that product. I don't think it is that. Sure, are there people that probably have done that? Probably, sure. But I don't think that's the majority of people. I think the majority of the people actually enjoy opening the product and enjoy seeing those cards. And this is a whole nother thing, right? There is still a chase for PSA 10 cards in that set.
Yeah.
The printing is so bad. PSA 10 is still really difficult to get.
Yep.
And those cards are worth money, like a lot of money.
Yeah,
so there's still a chase in that set for those cards.
Yeah. It's like a perfect example of like, I have this to send out, but it is, so centering's good, but I checked through it and it's got terrible print lines on it. And that's part of it. It's like either really miscut or the print lines. You can't see it even if I got close, but I was like looked through it with a magnifying glass and everything. And there are terrible print lines and bad damage around here too. So, I mean, that's a perfect example of like, I was really excited I got this. And I still am, but I was like, it's going to send it to grade. I'm like, oh shoot, that's an 8 maybe.
I think that the printing was so bad because they were pumping it out so fast, making so much. Let's get it out. And just throw it out there and get people excited. They didn't really care about the printing.
No, that's not the rumors that I've heard. It was just like
I just came up with that. I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't like that they were trying to rush that product out. It's not what I've heard. I've just heard that it just notoriously had really bad printing.
Yeah,
even the boxes, even the sealed product wasn't great, right? Like it'll bust on the side or it's easily broken because of how tight they sealed the plastic around it. It's very common for it to bust on the side. It was just a poorly produced product, essentially.
That's what I was showing you with that. Like the miscut on that is insane.
Huge. Yeah, and that's common.
I
It's
know.
not uncommon to get that kind of stuff, and so that means chasing for a 10 is definitely a thing.
Yeah, and your point, because like I had that question to you one day when you made that point about base set 2. It made a lot of sense because not majority of people are able to be like, yeah, let me go drop 10 grand just to open something. They're probably not going to do that. And you being like you were saying about the artwork, I was like, that makes sense, because then it would be the same thing like I would do with my, like I'm thinking on dad's side, so I keep going to that. Like I want my children to open the same thing that I kind of opened, if that makes sense, and that's an
100%.
affordable way to do it. But yeah, it's a really, really interesting perspective to see it blow up the way it is, though. That it's just fascinating to me.
I remember before the blow up, who was it? Pokenav on YouTube. He was saying like, "Yeah, watch out for evolutions." I remember just listening to that. It's like, why? I don't understand, because evolutions it's the reprint and like why, and then when you're opening it, it's new cards, like, and they look weird. They're not all vintage. Like at the time, I thought I didn't really care for the artwork and all that. But lo and behold, here we are.
Yeah.
And I was watching another video today. Like the guy was talking about how evolution packs were being thrown in every box and every tin, and this was months ago, and it was like a joke set. Okay, here another evolutions pack, and like how we see a Steam Siege in our box now, or like a blister pack. Like, okay, dang, another freaking Steam, throw that pack out. That's what evolutions was, and now here we are. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think the major difference between Steam Siege and XY is that XY is just so much more interesting and so much more fun. And then obviously it has that vintage art, which no other set has that vintage art, right? I love, I think like the cards that I think on XY that are gonna have potential for being really expensive cards in the future. Is like the reverse Charizard vintage art. You can't get that in any set. Like that's only XY. Like you cannot get that vintage art in reverse anywhere else, right?
That's a good point.
You can get the Charizard, like the Charizard, just the normal Charizard foil, sure. You can get that in base set 2, blah, 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 right? Like all these other sets, right? But that reverse, you can't get it anywhere else. That's to me, that's an interesting product.
It goes for a lot of money right now as well.
Yep. Also, I was wondering, I was thinking about this. Is XY Evolutions how many Charizards can you get? There's 4, right? Is there any other set that has 4 Charizards in it?
That's really good.
I think Flashfire.
I don't know.
You got the Mega Charizard.
Flashfire does have 4, I think.
Because Evolutions has the reprint of the Flashfire Charizard in their set.
Yep. That's the Mega, then the Mega Full Art, then the reverse
EX.
So yeah, that's a good point too.
So you have really good odds at pulling the most popular card to have, right? Is any Charizard card.
I just wish you'd see more love for like Blastoise and Venusaur. I'm not seeing more love for them right now, and that might be a thing. They might be cheap to buy, or cheap technically. Who knows? Because I think it's the same thing. Like I came in from sports cards too. You have like these, so like if anybody knows sports, and I won't get too detailed, but basically like Joe Burrow is the Cincinnati Bengals quarterback. He was the big guy and everything this year, so everybody's going in and buying his cards, buying all the stuff, looking for him. He got hurt, and then his stuff, like, it's still high because he's a rookie, but it went down really hard. And then this guy who was the Los Angeles Chargers quarterback, he got put in or 5 games into the season, I believe. And all of his cards before that were pennies. Nobody wanted it. He started playing good, and then they named him the starter. And his thing is the highest product value in anything right now for the 2020 football season, which is crazy. And just the way that these things like happen and fluctuate, you don't know. But I always talk about how Charizard can't get hurt. He can't tear his ACL. So I would assume he's only going to go up. We aren't going to run into random injuries and things like that. But
I
yeah.
think we will see, like on that. I mean, that's why I buy every Greninja that I can.
Yep.
Greninja won. So Pokemon Company did a 2020 vote of your favorite Pokemon, right? Online. Greninja won overall, right? It beat out Charizard. Um, that's big. And so, yeah, I buy every Greninja I can uh, because of that.
Long-term hold.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally. Um, and yeah, to the day that maybe a Greninja card is gonna outsell a Charizard card.
And back to the Blastoise Venusaur, man. Like it's the Pokemon Company, bro. Because those Pokemon cards could be way more rare. But like even with those beautiful VMAX Blastoise and Venusaur cards, just immaculate that I want, they're just throwing them in the boxes. I'm like those could have been rare cards,
Yep.
like
Yeah.
chase cards.
Yeah.
And if you make those rainbows too, like oh my god.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was wanting a like, and we might still get it eventually someday. An evolutions type set, right? So evolutions 2. Don't print any of the evolutions cards, but put in those Blastoise and Venusaur. That original art, Blastoise Venusaur, that'd be just so cool to open up. Once again, get a reverse of either one of those. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
First reverse hollow.
Pikachu. I mean, I guess they already did the reverse Pikachu, but yeah,
Yeah.
those would be so cool.
All right, guys. I think we'll wrap it up for tonight. I just wanted to do a quick episode. I think we had a great discussion today. Want to thank you guys for joining. Thank you everyone on YouTube who watched and keeping the chat room alive. If we want to just quickly plug our things, PokeGPA.
Wait, can you hear me? Yeah, okay. PokeGPA on Instagram, TikTok, Twitch. I have a Discord server, links in my bio, and I'm making another account soon for Pokemon Audios. Spoiler, that's pretty much the name. But yeah, so that's all I do. I do anime stuff. I show the new episodes. I do trading card games. I know a lot about the modern stuff, Battle Styles, Shining Fates, Silverland, Jet Black, Poltergeist, and then we also do the video games as well. So we hunt for shinies on Twitch and we update people like on Pokemon Snap and what's going on in the video game community. So I do everything that there is for Pokemon.
There you go. Your plugs are getting better, man. They're usually pretty short. That was a nice long one. Tim.
Yeah, so it's just Goat Breakers on everything. TikTok is where you're going to see majority of stuff. And I do a lot of PokeDad stuff and enjoy. We're going to start working through education on the sets over this year. So I'm lining all that out. So that'll be something else. So been purchasing a lot of cool new stuff. And that'll be something that you can look forward to.
Cool, man. Thank you. Risen.
Hey, I am Risen on every platform. We're on TikTok and it's Pokemon Go, it's Pokemon news, Pokemon memes, having a good time, and then Pokemon cards and investment stuff as well. Yeah, come hang out, come play some Pokemon with us, play with me. It's always a good time.
Bro, your raid time, perfect. It was great for me, man. I can't.
That was so much fun.
It was so good.
Yeah, this week he's talking about this week. Tuesday we did, or Wednesday we did Pokemon Go raid hour. We were raiding Kyogres and Groudon. During the raid, I hit 75K followers. It's crazy.
Oh, nice! Wow.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was just so much fun, and Goat was there, and we were doing raids.
How'd you celebrate?
Just freaking out.
There you go.
Freaking out. Yeah,
I need
to get some sushi actually to celebrate. Oh yeah, Goat says he's buying sushi.
I got you, man. I got a sushi place for you.
We come. Oh, good. Man, I'm always loving sushi.
Have noticed I've my video has frozen like several times during this live stream, which sucks. And I keep resetting it. Oh god. Anyways, just listen to my audio. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Manny Simone cards everywhere. I am an artist. I paint Pokemon cards, and I do a little bit of everything when it comes to art. So if you ever want a commission, just message me. But TikTok is where it's at, Manny Simone cards. Again, thank you, YouTube. Thank you for viewing, guys. Appreciate you stopping by and making time for the show. And we'll see you in the next episode, guys. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Later.
We're good. We're